His nerd did everything for him.
Wait, you guys got nerds here? We don't got those in Detroit?
Everybody has their own nerd that does their work for them. Even you.
Student athletes are an overanalyzed group of people, whether it be about their last performance or what they're doing off the field. Sometimes these athletes receive a negative label just from generalizations that have been made over time. These labels are seen on every college campus, especially here at UK.
What is your perception on UK student athletes?
I don't know, I feel that they sometimes get a bad rep because they walk around with their head held high because, and I mean, it's understandable because they are basically the big man on campus, but I don't know, they kind of got a big head sometimes.
Probably the biggest stereotype that goes along with student athletes, I think, is just overall, maybe not being as smart, because when you think of a student athlete, they obviously came to the University of Kentucky specifically to do sports. They didn't necessarily come here for school.
I think the biggest stereotype is probably that we're stupid, or that we, don't go to class, we don't do our own work, I think a lot of regular students think that just we have tutors that do everything for us and that people are doing all our work, and it's not like that at all. I mean, I do all my own homework. I know all of my teammates do all of their own homework, so.
Not gonna lie, it's a lot, especially because we have games, especially now that football, because this season's football, basketball, and volleyball going on right now, and I cheer all three, so I'll have maybe 3 games in a week on top of all my schoolwork that I have to get in. And we're also required to do 3 hours of CATS a week, which is study hours, so trying to fit all of that into 1 week gets to be a lot, so I'd say the workload is pretty heavy.
It's challenging. It's not easy by any means. I mean, it's a whole lot different from high school. Obviously, with the college workload, I think college workload can be challenging for any freshman, whether you're, a student athlete or not. But managing that with the 5 hours a day that I spend at football, it's challenging, but it's nothing that can't be done if you work on your time management.
How do you think your workload compares to the UK student athletes?
I don't know. You know that there's always these perceptions that they take joke classes, but if we take similar classes at all and they have that work schedule along with having to go to practice every day, the work schedule would have to be ridiculously hard.
Here are the typical hours spent per week on a student athlete's respective collegiate sport, provided by the NCAA. These hours compare to a full-time job. If student athletes practically have a job on top of being a full-time student, how can they manage what is essentially 2 careers?
For sure, like I said, it takes up so much time. It is we don't have time for anything else besides school and cheerleading with practices. It's definitely like a job, and not in just the aspect that we have practices and we're working on things, but we also go out into the community and have to talk to people and promote the university. So it's also a job in that sense, not just the athletic sense to it.
I think from a time standpoint, I think it could be considered a job. I mean, I spend a lot of my time every week basically Monday through Saturday at football or at games, but I mean, I'm not getting paid, so it's kind of like a volunteer part of it, but at the same time, I enjoy it all the time, so I mean, I guess if you enjoy your job, it's very comparable to a job.
The NCAA and universities, especially UK, reserve so much money made from athletics. This is UK athletics revenue from last year to show how much they made. Shouldn't some of that money come back to the athletes? ESPN's Jay Bilas states that it's not wrong for the NCAA and others to make money, but it hurts when athletes cannot receive compensation when all others profit off of them. You might have thought before that student athletes were entitled to everything, but with all the work they put in, they almost see no compensation for it.